Howdy y'all, welcome to episode 34 of my Let's Play series. I am Ragaras, and of course we are playing the Direwolf 20 FTB pack, Feed the Beast. I think this is probably going to be my last episode with the Direwolf 20 pack. I think we're going to go over to the Ultimate pack next episode, I think. Probably. Last episode we were messing around with bees. We had made the mutator. And I was going to decide what bees to breed. So what I ended up doing, I wanted to make a bee that I could actually use. So what I did is I made the sinister bee, and what that does is it produces simmering combs, which produces lava. Now I went with the sinister because it makes the least amount of product. It just makes the simmering comb. The fiendish makes the combs faster, but it also makes ash, and the demonic makes glowstone, which I don't need that much of. But I do have those bees. I did breed them all the way up to demonic. So you can see down here, and they've all been through the acclimatizers, so they will work in the overworld. But you do have to breed these in the nether. We'll see. We'll go over here. What I did is I built another mutator here in the nether, and you start with the let me see if we can get back down there. If we go to the sinister, you can see you start with a modest and a cultivated, and that gives you your sinister. You can also use a tropical. It doesn't show here because I didn't do it, but it's a you can also use a tropical and a cultivated, and that will also give you a sinister. The only downside to the tropical, of course, is it does poison you. So that's pretty much why I don't have it on there. But you can see the different products as I went through and bred them. But the reason, you guys quit hanging out in my house, man. Get out. Get out. So what I did is I bred those all up. I do have all three just in case I want the other products. And I hooked up this alveary out here. And of course it's hooked up to the frames. So it gets underneath here are the furnaces that run all the way over to that alveary. And it's getting frames from the inner chest here that are made over in the farm. So that's pretty cool. It does have 6 frame housing, so it's pretty much getting its max increase. And then it comes over to the inner chest. The extra bees also go in there. And from that, I decided to make a lava. I know a lot of people are using lava ages with Mistcraft. But I didn't want to do that. It seemed a little too cheaty. So what I'm doing is I put this little contraption together right here, and this produces our lava forest. So just after a cut here real quick, I gotta go take a phone call. We'll come back and I will show you how all this works. Be right back. Alright, and we're back. Sorry about that. It seems like whenever I start to hit that record button, I start getting phone calls. It's a curse, I swear. Alright, so this is our little lava producer. You can see it all goes through here. Lava's produced, and it's now going into our old pump tesseract. And of course that then is sent back to our lava tank, and it then goes in down here, receives, goes into our tank, and it keeps that just topped off. We're not using a ton of lava, so this is I'm only running 1 pair of bees because it's enough to kind of keep it topped off, because we're not using it as a constant power source. I suppose if you're going to use this as a constant power source, you'd probably want to do something like I did in that with our distilled bees, and that's run multiple alvearies, and so you can really produce the amount of lava that you're going to need. So what we've got right here is, this is our inner chest where the combs come in, and it's set with an emerald pipe that only takes out those combs. That's why nothing else is coming out. It's set just for those combs, and the combs come down as long as there's space in here. It comes down and it's centrifuging the combs, and it turns it into the phosphorus and the shoot, what is this stuff called? Refractory wax. Now, the cool thing about the refractory wax is it will, you can make cans out of them, or capsules, and they will hold lava. So that's the cool thing about refractory wax. So from the phosphorus, we have a wooden pipe going over to the squeezer. And then over here we have an igneous extruder set to cobblestone. And they're both hooked into the squeezer, so it gets them. Now, what this one does, this is the golden gate, and it says items in inventory, and then of course you can put the item in there. They're both of these are using the gold gates, so we can tell it what item to look for. Now, this one, of course, is looking for cobblestone, and when there's cobblestone in there, it turns on a redstone signal. There's jacketed wooden cable or red wire right there, and it comes over, and this is set to no redstone signal. So as long as there's no redstone signal, it's going to pump out. So with the distance right here, when this turns on, it produces 2, and it'll come over and shut that off just because of the length of wire. Now this one's a little bit longer. The good thing is it produces, I think, like 14, or it'll pull about 14 phosphor out of there each time. So it's an even amount, because you need 2 of these and 1 of these for it to produce. I think with stone it produces like just over 1.5 buckets of lava for each one of those. So that's pretty good. I mean, it'll produce it pretty quickly. Now you'll see the red wire on there. I was trying to do some different things with this, and because I initially tried red power, but it just didn't work the way I wanted it to. So I went with this. Again, I just try to stay away from the red power machinery if I can, just because it seems like it causes a little bit of lag issues. But I do like the wiring. I mean, I don't, if they were to ever remove the red power mod and take away this wiring, that would suck. But hopefully somebody will step in and fill that gap if that happens. But this is pretty efficient. It, like say, if we were to go over here and just burn a bunch of lava, let's what do I need? Do I have a... I can make some flint. So let's, we'll make some flint. Here, turn that off. Just throw some flint in here. So we'll start grinding all that up. And that will begin to use some of the lava, because of course all of our IC2 machinery is running off of lava. It's these geothermal generators down here. So it's not using a terrible lot though, but you'll still get the point. If we'll go back over here, take a look at our lava machine, and you can see it's used some lava. So now what it should do is it's going to start pumping a bunch more in there. There it all goes, and then we're going to get some... Uh-oh, that's not good. They gave me an odd number. I don't want an odd number. There's 12. That's weird. I may have to tweak this a little bit more. every other time except for the time I do. Of course, I record it. It does it even. It's been doing 14 almost every single time. That time it does 11. So not sure what that was. We'll have to run some more tests on that one. But you can see it works pretty well. It's pretty quick. Still using the, is it still burning over here? Nope, it's done there. Okay, so let's go back over and see if it does that again. See if we do have to make some tweaks on it. It should burn through it pretty quick when it's fully going. See, now it puts it in 2 every time. At least that one's working. So each time it does this, it does. Now, if you did dirt, I think it's a full 2 buckets. But to get dirt, I would have to, yeah, it would be a lot messier to get dirt. Plus, I'd have to run power to it. The good thing about this is it doesn't require any power to make the lava. So you're getting power from this for, well, it does take a little bit of power. The squeezer doesn't take a lot, and the centrifuge does not take a lot. But if I were to put in a, I would have to do like a macerator or a compressor. Yeah, no, I think I'd have to do a compressor with like some sort of plant product to produce dirt on the fly, or I don't know. It'd be more of a pain in the butt than this. Is it done? It's done. Let's go check. Run over here again. Yeah, I was really hoping to put out a lot more videos this week, but yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do, but maybe 1 or 2 a week when time permits. Okay, let's see what happens this time. We got 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that's not going to work because as long as there's 1 in there. Well, crap. Alright, well, I'm going to retweak this a little bit. I guess I can just try moving it. Oh, that's a pain. Lots of bloody pain. Alright, well, I'm going to do a little tweaking, see if I can't adjust that a little bit, see if I can get it to give me a nice even number, because as long as there's 1 in here, it's going to put out a redstone signal, which means it's going to shut that pump off. So once it gets down to just 1, it's not going to be able to produce any more lava, and it's not going to pull any more phosphorus down. So let me go tweak that a little bit, and we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I got it fixed. Real simple fix. All I did was you can see I just moved it over 1. So now, if we take this out, we'll see it, it'll fire. So now we're going to get an even 14. And they're going to pop over there to 14. So we're good to go with that now. So this is officially working. So I figure if you think of this as a storage tank for lava, with a full 1024 barrel, you're going to have about 512 buckets of lava in there ready to be made at any time. Just with the squeezer. Pretty simple. You don't need a lava age. You don't even need Mistcraft. You just need the bees. This is all just from bees. That's pretty cool, huh? Pretty much all forestry, some Billcraft pipage. Then of course, you know, you've got your oh man, God, I'm so rusty. You know what I'm talking about. When we come back, we're going to go over to the Ultimate Pack world and take a look. So, see you in just a sec. Okay, welcome back, and welcome to my Ultimate Pack world. It actually looks like there's quite a bit done, but I'll tell you right now, I don't have a lot of anything just yet. Now, I did really push to get the applied energetics, whatever the hell it's called, AE, going on this one. And I also really pushed to get some tier 5 spawners. So now I did use the kind of the I won't lie, I did kind of use the cheat where you use the a bunch of tier 1s and you combine them to make the tier 5s. So I was able to get quite a few. The only ones I didn't do that with were the I think the cows, but and the first skeleton spawner I didn't, because I actually have a skeleton spawner in my mine down here that I used. I'm gonna run down there real quick. You know, these are the different levels. This is like my copper level. I was using the turtles. You see, still sitting down there. And then over here, of course, I ran into a skeleton spawner. It's just on the other side of this wall is a skeleton spawner room, and then they're fed up here by a water elevator, and then I can just kill them right there. So it's pretty easy to get the spawner. I got a couple of them out of there, and then I also got a pigman spawner. That was pretty hilarious. I died probably 10 to 15 times getting that damn thing, because I didn't have a modular power suit yet. That's why I wanted the pigman spawner, was to get the gold, so I had enough iron and gold. And then this is just a really simple mob trap up here. Right now it's only got skeletons and nether skeletons in there. I did have the pigmen in there, but I moved them. When I just logged on just now, because this thing is not set up to do XP at startup, so it dropped and I couldn't even move. I had to like crawl over here because this whole thing in here was full of XP orbs, and it was actually lagging the server. But I moved the pigman down into another area here. This is, I just used a filler to kind of clear all this out, and in this one I have blazes, cows, and pigmen right now. So this is just making gold. I just leave this on for now. And then below here, I have a spider spawner right here that I haven't used yet. Probably do that to get me some spiders. This is of course, my power area for right now. I need a lot more copper to make any more, because these take a lot of bronze to make these things. And I did not turn on the IC2 copper and tin generation, which I may do that, just because the copper is so scarce. It's ridiculous. I mean, you can't even find it. But what I have here is I'm just running completely off of biomass. I have a pretty large biomass tank, 8,000 buckets of biomass, and it's being filled by two different ways. I have a cane field right below here. You can see this one. It's a cane field. And I've got a bunch of the lily pads of fertility in here. So that kind of helps that out. And then all the saplings from my tree farm, which is up there, come down. And this is pretty cool, because if this doesn't just keep dumping them down here, since it's coming by Tesseract, when the resources get below, it turns on a redstone signal, and there's a wireless one that goes upstairs, and it puts in the oak saplings from up top. So Takes care of that. Let me go over and sleep real quick. Now I just added the railgun to my modular power suit because I guess that's new. And not as cool as I thought it would be because you can't stand still. I mean, look at that. It knocks you way back when you shoot it. You kind of got to brace yourself against something to get it off. Does kill him pretty quick though. Over here is my tree farm. Why did I run out of fuel on this guy again? I have a tendency to forget to put some fuel in here. So now I got to find out where my guard is. Okay, where are you? Where are you? Nope. Here, cart. Where'd you go? There you are. Yep, fuel. Good doke. Come on, let me out. Have a tendency to forget that. So let's put those in here. Keep him fill up. So you can see right down here, when that thing activates, it turns on the redstone signal here, which turns on the energy pulsar, which pulls that out of there. So that pulls my saplings down. This is just a real quick and easy wool farm. This was for trading with villagers over there for Minecraft pages. I haven't gotten any pages that I really need yet, so I'm still working on that. You can see this does use the deployers. That should be off. Why was that on? Well, no wonder it's not doing anything. There's no shears left. These deployers, you load them up with shears, and then all the wool is sucked up through these transposers and put in the chest over here. I just went with white sheep because I just don't have that much need for the colored wool, so I just color it as I need it. I mean, if anything else, I can just use the minium stone to make the dyes or whatever. And I really hit hard and heavy with the IC2 crops to start with. I did have a massive wheat field until I had enough until I could get enough coal coke to make not coal, creosote oil to make the rails, because I just have not found a mine yet. Typically I'll find a mine pretty quick, or an abandoned mine, so I'll have all those rails, but I actually had to make them on this one. And then instead of making a rubber farm, I just made a sticky reed field, and you know, this is pretty good. This gives me more than enough rubber to you know, this is over a stack each time of resin, so that's over what each stack I think is 3 stacks of rubber, so it's works pretty good. Now I will be using a lot of the things you saw in the other map, the Direwolf 20 map, in this one, like that lava producer I just made. As soon as I get started on bees, I've collected some, but I haven't started breeding them yet, and I will be using this in a moistener to start getting mulch, so that will take care of my fuel, or not fuel needs, but yeah, I guess it's fuel for the compost. Yeah, replace all this compost with mulch, and I'll probably do that just over here somewhere. Probably, it should only need about 1. The fuel consumption from these is pretty good. I do want about probably 1 or 2 more of these arrays to use. That's kind of a weird, kind of a graphic thing right there. You see that? The lava kind of disappears if you're not looking right at it. But once I get the sinister bees, we'll be hooking them up to keep this topped off. Right now we're pulling it out of the nether, which is fine for now, but you know, I don't really want to run a a chunk loader in the nether. I'm going to try to just stick everything into the chunks that I've got loaded right now, and I'll just build down and try to just keep these loaded. Because in the direwolf pack, I've got chunk loaders and all over the place, in three different areas. Not that it really affected me too bad, but I want to keep it down as much as possible. So this is all of our power. It's pretty cool. It's pretty self-sufficient as of right now. I mean, it doesn't. It's actually being powered by itself. Each one of these is 100. Because each one is 5, and there's 20 in each, and then there's a separate tesseract for each. So each one, I could pull 100 off of each of these, and 1 power is pretty much the main base, which is still a work in progress. Top is, of course, my Thaumcraft room. I put it at the very top just because so I could stretch it out, but I don't use a lot of Thaumcraft. The only thing I'm using it for is to get like the weapons and picks and whatnot. I may use a couple golems later. I did get applied energetics as soon as I could. You can see just kind of like right out here. The pretty large area that's been quarried out. Quarry is a pain in the ass in this with Greg Tech, because you have to make it with what is it, nickel or titanium, something like that. Can't remember which one it was, but you have to yeah, you only can get it from like yeah, it's not as easy. You have to use the industrial electrolyzer, and then to make the ingots, then you have to use the blast furnace, and yeah, not as straightforward. So there's a little bit of a learning curve. Now I did find these things, these deep storage units, and I hooked those up to hold the dirt and the cobble, and this was the sugar cane that I was producing when I just had a IC2 field. And so I'm not running a lot just yet. I don't have any automation set up for the machines, and I don't have a lot of recipes in here. Just a lot of the ME stuff or AE stuff, just so I could make the drives and whatnot, because those are kind of a pain in the ass. But pretty soon, my next project will probably be to either hook these up and make them automatic, connect them to the system, or I will make I'll just set them up like maybe right here, another set that just go for the system, for the automatic auto crafting system. Now right now I'm not producing any more IC2 power. Originally I started, there was a huge lava tank right here. It was like a 9x9 or 10x10 interior lava tank right there. I pumped all that out and put it in that tank down below and just used it up. I had a bunch of geothermals here. Real easy to produce. And the neat thing about the Ultimate Pack over the Direwolf Pack are these things right here, the energy bridge and energy consumers. Like you can turn one power into another, which is really nice. That'd be really, really cool. Because you can produce in the Direwolf Pack, with what I was doing, I could easily produce, tons and tons of energy with nuclear, using the those God darn it, I can't remember the name of them now. The single-use coolant parts and the golems setup that I had in there for the nuclear, so easily could produce whatever we needed for here. Now, of course, there's fusion reactors and all kinds of other things I haven't messed with yet that I fully plan to. Again, we're very early on in this world. I do have my villagers over there. That's one of the first things I did, was go find a village to use. I got really, really lucky Going to, ooh, storm. Okay, well, I'm going to cut this short. We're going to go show the nether real quick before my power gets cut off. And because this neck of woods, I live in a really heavily wooded area, and it seems like every time it rains, I lose power, and I don't want to get my world corrupted. Oh, you're going to die. What the hell? There we go. This is where I kept dying. I would lure the pigmen over here and then kill them, and then just they would come out of like nowhere and kill me. So I was dying a lot. So I got really lucky when I came over here. Like right now you can't see it because I got the fog on. I had to turn Optifine off for just a minute because it was acting weird. But you could actually see it when the fog's turned off. But yeah, here's my nether fortress just right here. Ooh. So I mean, there's see, that just shoves you back. It's kind of cool, but it shoves you back. So I was easily able to get my nether wart to start with, and then blaze spawners. I was able to, oh, I think it's up that way. I don't want to wander all the way over there. So the world's not bad. Still got a long way to go. A lot to do. A lot of new mods to mess around with. Like that, what is it? Mine Factory Reloaded or something. There's a bunch of neat stuff like the deep storage units that we can mess around with. So I mean, I've got kind of my basic infrastructure down. I did waste enough time to do all the Thaumcraft research. I didn't even mess around with it this time. I just went to the website and printed out all the recipe, or not the recipes, but the research, and then just knocked it out in about an hour. Because like I said, I don't use it a lot, and some of it's neat, but I don't like messing around and with the flux because I don't constantly want to mess with it. Plus, there's just really nothing on there for me that can't be done by a machine. I mean, I guess if you were doing like the magic pack and you were kind of limited in the different machines, but this is just such a technological sort of pack that magic really just I mean, the golems have their purposes, I guess, but just don't use them very often. Everything else, it seems like there's I think even Greg Tech now has a I think it has like a little harvester for even the IC2 crop. So there's a lot I want to look into. This is kind of what I was doing in my spare time when I wasn't throwing those videos. So there's still a bunch I want to do. There's of course a lot of the that Mine Factory Reloaded gives you a lot of tools to make mobs, kill mobs, stuff like that. So we're definitely going to want to play with that. So I hope everybody is going to enjoy the Ultimate Pack as well as the Direwolf Pack, because again, we got a lot to do. We haven't even started bees yet. My Mistcraft pages are very, very limited right now. I don't have a lot. Still working on those. Don't have the ones that I want just yet. I definitely want a Void Age, and I want the flat symbol, which I don't think I have. No, see, I don't even have flat yet. Do I have flat yet? So I want flat definitely, and I want void definitely. That makes it a lot easier. If I can get those, even if it's a corrupt age, I can, you know, the flat ages or even a meadows age makes it really easy to kind of run around and find those little huts where you can get pages, and that's really the fastest way to get some of these pages. So as soon as I can do that, I'm definitely going to. Don't have a lot of emeralds right now, but we're working on it. Definitely going to work on it. So I appreciate everybody coming by, and I still get that villager lag even on this world. Appreciate everybody coming by. I hope everybody's going to enjoy the new Ultimate Pack world. As you can see, it's pretty rough right now. Still really raw. But together I think we'll come up with something cool. Definitely a lot of work to do on this world, which is I was kind of struggling with the direwolf world. I mean, the only way to kind of improve at that point was to tear it all down and start over. I mean, there was just really little things that I could do. Just totally go crazy with the applied energetics or how AE. If you haven't ever watched Odadex, check his channel out. He is going nuts with AE. He's also doing the Direwolf 20 pack, and I think his power usage is over like 200 units. I mean, he's got cables running everywhere. It's awesome. I mean, everything goes through his AE system. It's pretty neat. I don't know if I could do anything like that because that's just really kind of like top end. But that's what he does. He goes over the top with his builds. He's amazing. That he even thinks of some of the things he does. So thanks for checking me out. Make sure you leave a like or subscribe. That definitely helps me out with YouTube as we try to grow the channel. And until next time, I will see y'all later.